Hey guys, how's it going? Good afternoon. I hope that everybody is well. Welcome to another episode, you guys, at Live Narc Free, another live. I hope everybody is well. How is everyone? This is you guys' first time watching. Welcome. My name is Joy, and I am a narcissist abuse coach. I help people move on, heal, recover, and overcome narcissistic abuse. So, my story has been I have dealt with narcissists since 2010, and since 2016, I have been helping people overcome narcissistic abuse, get clarity, get understanding, get validation, and go on to live a better and a happier and a successful life. So that's just a little bit about me. So yes, welcome you guys. Make sure y'all give this video a like so other people can see this and watch it and learn about it. And I would love to hear you guys' feedback on what you think about this topic. I'd love to hear your experience. So yes, you guys, let's see. We got a really good topic today. I hope that you guys are enjoying your Sunday. You guys have any plans for today at all? I'd love to hear. So the topic actually came from you were in a subscriber. So shout out to Candace. Hello, Candace. She said, I've just discovered your page. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm just out of a relationship with my narc. Will you do a video on if the new supply is being treated better, and will their mask come off eventually with the new supply? So I do believe I made a video. I'll actually link it below talking about will the narcissist treat the new supply better? So I'll link that below. And hey, Gary, how you doing today? How you feeling on a Sunday? Welcome. But yeah, so I'll link that. But I'll also talk about it as well in this video too, because it's always good to hear what's being done. And then she also wanted to know, will their mask come off eventually with the new supply? So first off, the narcissist is not going to treat the new supply better, but I will say they may do it in the beginning, right? They will do this in the beginning just so that they can secure the supply, so that, the new supply thinks that the narcissist is the love of their life, so that the new supply won't go anywhere, because the new supply has been love bombed by the narcissist. The new supply has been I guess you would say manipulated and tricked, like how a lot of us were, in the beginning. So the new supply is probably thinking like the narcissist is with them for the long term, really loves them, really wants to be with them, thinking that the narcissist, that they are the only person that the narcissist is talking to, right? So they're in an illusion, right? Like how we were. But sooner or later, they're going to start to see the real person that they're dealing with, and that's when it gets scary from that point, right? But it may take some time, right? Because on the outside, you may see the narcissist parading this new person around and showing them off, and they're looking happy, they're on vacation, and the narcissist is doing all this nice stuff, you know what I mean? But it's actually just for show, and like I said, it's just to keep that new supply secured, right? And it usually depends on the caliber of the new supply, because the narcissist goes after certain type of people, usually people that they can benefit from, whether use them, manipulate them, trick them, whatever, exploit them for their own personal gain. You know what I mean? Gary, you said, I feel they don't treat them better. The new supply is just willing to deal with them. Exactly right. But I will say in the beginning, it will seem like that, like from us being the old supply, it may seem like they're getting treated better, but trust me, behind closed doors, that new supply is getting abused. So you can bet your bet on that, right? But yes, now in terms of will the mask fall off? Yes. The new supply will start to see the narcissist for who they truly are. Now, this could take a while. I'm not saying that this is going to happen overnight. It's probably not, may not even happen within 5 years, 10 years, because sometimes the narcissist will treat you and they will continue to love bomb you and groom you for as long as they want, for as much as it benefits them. But once they feel like, you're not going anywhere, you're in love, maybe you're married or you have kids and like you're stuck, then you will see them for who they truly are. Then you will start to see, they start to nitpick you. They start to devalue you. They start to, nothing you can do, whatever you do, it's never good enough, maybe they may start to call you names or call you fat or call you skinny or call you ugly, or maybe I don't think you should wear that, or you know what I mean? And they may start to compare you to other people in their lives, like exes, or maybe compare you to you. Or they may say like, your job is not good enough, or you're not earning enough, or whatever. They'll start to pick at you, and you'll start to do anything and everything in your power to go back to the stage where they were nice to you. But you got to remember that was never them from the beginning. You guys know what I mean? So we always got to keep that in mind when dealing with these narcissists. But yes, that mask is eventually going to fall off. And when it does, I know it can be shocking. It can be hurtful too, because you're like, wait a minute, you was just nice to me this day, and then the next day you're calling me fat, or you're calling me ugly, or you're humiliating me in front of friends, or you're gaslighting me, or you're giving me the silent treatment, or you're stonewalling me. You know what I mean? So yes, it's hurtful thing, and it's very painful to experience. But one of the things that I recommend, if you're seeing this happen, let's say you're the new supply, and most people that are dealing with a narcissist, they don't even know that they're new supply. But once they start to kind of do some research and kind of see things that's happening, or they'll type up things that they've experienced, they will realize that they were being used. So, but once you're realizing whether you were the old supply or the new supply, you can definitely take it upon yourself to protect yourself, your well-being, and leave if you can, or make an action plan where you can escape, or change your number, or delete everything, all the memories, right? Start to do some introspection, seek professional help, talk to people that have dealt with narcissistic abuse. You know what I mean? Because that's going to really help you to understand what you're dealing with, and to be able to move on to better, and to help you to figure out why, you're attracted to these kind of relationships, and help you to stop being attracted to these kind of people, right? And you guys, please feel free. You can ask me any questions. We could do like a Q&A. Doesn't have to be about narcissists, but that too. But yeah, Gary, you were right. The new supply is definitely just willing to deal with them. And a lot of times the new supply probably, in not all cases, right? But the new supply may not have standards, right? The new supply may settle for less, or sometimes the new supply may not even want a relationship. Maybe they just want a bond. Maybe they don't want a title. Maybe they're okay with, whatever, being second place, or they just don't want to be alone, right? You got to think about the caliber of that new supply as well. And then on some cases, you have it where the new supply may have a good career, or they may have a lot going on for themselves, but when it comes to relationships, they may not be that confident, right? So yeah. And Kalom, you said they don't care about the new supply. It's just all lies. Exactly. It's all lies, Now, my experience dealing with my narc, I knew that he was just putting on a show. It was clear. It was very, very obvious, because basically when I turned him down, he got upset. I didn't hear from him in like a week. And then I would say like a week later, he posted a picture of this girl. I'm assuming he was already with her, but in my eyes, she was new. So she was basically the new supply. And he had been, once he knew that I had saw his Facebook page, when I had reached out to him, this was prior to me knowing he was a narc, he asked me, he was like, because I was thinking like, oh, he was just normal. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I was still willing to be cool with him in a sense, But he was like, you must have seen my Facebook page, right? And I was like, yeah, I did see your Facebook page. And he was like, did I kill your dreams? That's exactly what he said to me. And a normal person, usually they don't say stuff like that, right? Like, you guys let me know, right? He literally said, did I kill your dreams? And I was like, no, but in actuality, it was hurtful to see that because he was future faking me all along. Narcissists future fake you, future fake their victims. And so he was setting me up to think that we were going to be together when in actuality he had no intentions. So he was, in a sense, he was plotting against me because I did not want to, I guess, go along with what he wanted me to do. He was trying to steer me in one direction when I knew my value, I knew my worth, and I knew I didn't want a relationship where I would have to share somebody or compete. That's no, you don't do that. That's toxic, right? But yeah, he was plotting against me and wanted to hurt me and asked me, did he kill my dreams? Because that was his aim. And that was pretty much it. And like I said, after that, I was just getting constant phone calls, people blowing up my phone, blocked numbers, private numbers, people contacting me on Facebook and Twitter. It was a mess, you know. But you got to think about it. Like, why would he have to do all that if he was so-called happy with that new supply? You get what I'm saying? It's like, obviously he was just doing it for the attention, doing it to get me upset, doing it to make me feel some sort of regret. You know what I mean? But it's like, but you're so in love with this new supply, right? It's like, no, it's just all for show. It's all lies. You know what I mean? And Cologne, you said, no matter what you see in their profile picture, it's just a lie. Yeah, man. And I find it interesting too, like the narc that I used to deal with, he only literally has one picture of the person that he's talking to. I'm like, that is really strange. And I guess him and the new supply, they ended up having a kid, you know, and I think he has a picture of the kid up there or whatever. That's when I had checked. But I honestly, I haven't been looking at him because I don't really care what he's doing. But I know that he's watching me. But I just thought that was funny. And even I tell you guys, I dealt with a borderline with whom I met at work. And it was funny because he was pretty cruel as far as the whole not telling me what he was up to. He didn't tell me what he was up to. My cat's just off doing her own thing now. So, you know, and I actually found out that he was seeing somebody via Instagram. And, you know, it was a shock, of course, but this whole thing came about because, you know, I started questioning him and as far as our relationship and the outside people that, you know, had intruded in on our relationship. I'm like, you're okay with that? You're going to allow that? Or we're not talking about issues that need to be discussed. And, you know, he was like, when I started talking to him about it, he's just like, going off into a daze, not even listening, not even paying attention. So in his mind, he's like, okay, she's starting to question me. She's starting to see through me. So like, you know, that wasn't going to work for him. So he had to go off into a easier supply. Now, me, myself, you guys, I say people are beautiful. You know, everybody, there's somebody out there for everybody. But when I tell you guys this new supply looked like a boy, there, no joke. Like, I have to show you guys an image. But I mean, she's beautiful, but she literally kind of resembled a boy just because she had like a short cut and she just had like her face was kind of strong. And I was just like, okay, like some people, some of the, you know, narcissists, toxic people, borderline people, they will do that just to kind of rub that into your face too, right? But yeah, that's what he did. And he was actually parading this person around, right? He was saying, yeah, this is my wife. And he was a battle rapper. So he would have her at his shows because I used to go to his shows too. And so he's like, yeah, this is the love of my life and saying all this stuff. And then they're no longer together, by the way, you guys. I just thought that was funny, right? But yeah, to me, it was just, at first it was painful. And I think God was trying to work with me on that because I was still trying to hold on. But yeah, it was not like real love at all. It was just for the, you know, for show and probably to get my attention, to get me back. And the borderline though, that I dealt with for 4 months, he reached out to me too, even while he was with the new supplies, like just randomly sending me messages. I'm like, no, like it's over, you know? So That's interesting. And Delicate Lace, greetings to you as well. Welcome everybody. Make sure y'all give this video a like so people can see this and it can help other people as well, you guys. And Gary, you said dealing with my 2 previous narcs was like dealing with a child. Yes, narcissists are very childish and they're very immature. Thank y'all for the like. But yes, very immature. You know, and the thing about narcissists too, which is interesting, because I feel like a lot of us, and there's nothing wrong with it, like we do look for not necessarily approval, but we want to maybe know like, hey, what we're doing is right or wrong, whatever, nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to dealing with a narcissist, it's like excessive needing attention, excessive needing admiration, excessive needing approval, you know? So, you know, they're always looking on the outside for other people to validate them, you know, and that's why they always have like, you know, supplies. So that's what they're used for, to kind of because you need a support system, but the narcissist is actually just using this for their own personal gain, and they're like mistreating people that are actually trying to help them, and that's where the issue comes in, you know. But the thing about it, it's like they're not taking accountability. Because I could say like us normal people, like, yeah, like we're not perfect. I'm not. I mean, I haven't met anybody that's been perfect in my life thus far, and I don't think I will, you know. But it's like we accept, like, yeah, we may have made mistakes. Yeah, we may have made wrong choices and wrong decisions. We understand that. And then we have to do that inner work. We have to do introspection and do some healing and do some recovery. We understand this. But the issue comes into play where you have people out there like narcissists that don't take accountability and responsibility for their actions, and they blame their victims. Now, that's my issue. So now I'm not saying I am the person to change that, because I help people that have dealt with narcissists. I help people that are the victims and the survivors. That's what I do. But you have people out there that do work with narcissists. Hey, to each his own, but that's not for me, you know? But yeah, so Gary, you said it seems that they're just lost and looking for something that can be found. Yeah, absolutely. It's sad. Like us being normal people, yeah, we have empathy and we have like the ability to be like, wow, that's really sad that, you know, maybe, yeah, you have gotten hurt in the past and you just decided that, you know, you're going to hurt everybody else because you've been hurt. It's like, why would you do that to a person? Like, whoever you're dealing with now has nothing to do with what occurred to you in the past. So you're going to make everybody else suffer because of something that you haven't worked on yourself. Like, what type of sense does that make? Like, it makes no sense to me. But you guys, let me know what you guys think. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, but I hope that this video was helpful, you guys. And like I said, I always enjoy when you guys join me in the live chats. And I don't know if you guys saw in the community board, I'm going to be leaving the times when I go live, so that way you guys can all join on when I'm live. But yes, you guys. So again, the narc will reveal their true self. Now, whether it's now or later, trust and believe they will. Now, one of the things that I could offer some advice for those, you know, that are, you know, dating or just coming out of a toxic relationship with a narcissist is, when you start dating someone new, don't automatically assume that they're a narcissist. Because most likely they're probably not, unless you've done your inner healing and your inner work. Because if you haven't done that, then you probably would attract another narcissist. But if you've done the inner work, you worked on yourself, just get to know that person. Just take your time, be patient, and yeah, just go with the flow. That's what I'd say. But yes. And the other thing is too, I want to add is, don't try to change other people. That's another thing that I could say to leave you guys with, because I myself, I've dealt with this, and I'm sure maybe you guys have. Let me know. But when you try to change other people, you rob them of the ability to do that inner work for themselves. Because I don't think we're here to change other people. I feel like we're here to change ourselves. And then if other people want your assistance or support, then they will ask you. You know what I mean? So that's what I don't know. I've been learning that myself, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much the topic for today. If you guys have anything else y'all want to talk about, I hope that you guys' Sunday is going well. Is it summer yet? Is it technically summer? Because like where I'm at, it's really hot right now. So I'm happy, but I'm like, okay, I gotta get used to this. Cause like here in Illinois, it's like usually it's cold all the time, but like now, you know, it's hot. So I'm just, you know, getting used to all of that. But yes, you guys. But I hope that this was helpful, you all. I really hope so. And again, if there's anything else you guys you want to learn about when it comes to dealing with narcissists, go ahead and leave it in the comment box, or you can leave it in the live chat now, and I can make a video about it so that way we can all learn from it and all that good stuff, right? So yes, that's it, you all. I hope that y'all take care and y'all stay safe, stay narc free, and stay COVID free with all this craziness going on, right? So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I love you so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure that you guys do follow me on Instagram at Live Narc Free, Facebook, like my Facebook page. And Delicate, you said why the narc won't just stay away. That is a great question, man. It's just not in their nature. They won't. They will not stay away. If they have had any connections with you, friend, family member, lover, they feel like they own you. I know that sounds really crazy, but that is just how the narcissist is. They just will not let you, they won't let you be. I mean, and it's crazy because we really have to be strong, right? We really have to be emotionally strong, psychologically strong, physically strong, right? Because sometimes we can fall victim to going backwards, right? And trust me, if you guys go back to the narcissist, I think I made a video, what happens when you go back to the narc. Trust me, the discard, the way that they hurt you will be worse than you can ever imagine, right? Because they're basically punishing you for leaving. So don't think that if they're contacting you, they want to be with you, or that they feel sorry for what they did. They actually think you deserve it, you guys. So I know that's kind of hard to like kind of sit with, but it's really the truth, you know. And I had to that was a hard pill for me to swallow, you know. So and the narc is also schizophrenia. Yeah, I'll definitely have to make a Gary sent me a topic for that, so I'm going to be making a video about the schizophrenia. But some narcissists can be. The ones that I dealt with were not that I know of. Well, I will say the borderline that I dealt with, borderlines. He kind of had like outbursts, like angry outbursts, not at me per se, but just like other people around, you know, like, because like I said, we used to work together at a call center. And I remember like, you know how sometimes, if any of you guys ever worked at a call center, sometimes all your calls may not be good, right? You may get people that cussing you out, you know, and you don't want to like have to react. But if you do, you just may be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, this person is not in front of me. They're on the phone. You know what I mean? But I remember the borderline that I was dating at the time, I guess he had a call, and I guess the person was being rude, right? And mind you, you guys, prior in training, they kind of tell you like, hey, you may have some bad calls, so try not to react, right? But there was a call, and I just remember like he went off, like he yelled and he screamed, and I'm just sitting here because we was actually living together. And I'm thinking like, wait a minute, like he's coming home with me. So should I be scared? Like, you know what I mean? So I was just like, you know, and then he would tell me at times like he used to cut himself, he would harm himself. A lot of borderlines do that. They engage and indulge in like self-harming activities. And very could be suicidal for some. Even some of us victim and survivors, of narcissistic abuse, we could be suicidal, you know. So that's definitely the case as well. Hold on one second, you guys. Oh, I was just checking in on my cat. But yeah, so that's interesting. And thank you, Delicate, for that. I'll keep that in mind. I'll probably make a video about those two, but yeah. And Delicate, you also says, yes, I stayed 7 years after my hospital stay a year ago. I just can't deal with him. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. It's like the sad part is too, though, and we don't even realize this because again, we don't know that they're narcissists until we actually do research and, you know, we do some studying and like I said, I literally had, until I typed up words and phrases that the narcissist used to say to me, I did not know that this person was a narc. I had no clue. And it did scare me because I was like, well, I never dealt with anybody like this. Like everybody that I dealt with was, you know, normal. They could have been toxic, like whatever, but like, it wasn't like this person was out to get me or this person was like deliberately trying to harm me. You know what I mean? So that was a scary part for me. So, because it's almost like you're sleeping with the enemy, like you're friends with your own enemy, like you're friends with someone that's plotting against you, you know, or you're in a relationship with someone that's plotting against you, you know. So that can be very frightening. But yeah, the thing I was going to say is, unfortunately, the longer we're with the narcissist, the more we can become just like them. You know what I mean? Meaning we could become a narc, you know, unless we do that inner healing and we recognize our power. We take accountability for our actions and our decisions. You know what I mean? So yeah, it definitely, it's going to take some time to heal and recover. You know what I mean? And so Sherry Perkins, hello. You say you're learning a lot. Okay, cool. Cool. And Delicate, you said, I'm so glad for the information is out there. I've been learning 1.5 years now. Okay, awesome. I'm so happy to hear that, Delicate. And Gary, you said it's good to learn the behavioral patterns in advance. Stay safe, Joe. Yes, you too. I'll see you next time, Gary. But yeah, I'm not going to be on here for much longer myself, you guys, but I'm just so happy that you guys could join me. And I'm happy that the videos that I make is helpful for you, you know, because that's why I do this, honestly, because, you know, it was hard for me to recover after dealing with narcissists. And I guess it was just, even my aunt, like, I felt like a sense, like I owed so much to her. So that's why it was hard for me to like finally go no contact. But when I did, I felt a whole lot lighter and I felt better about myself. I felt like I respected myself, because I feel like sometimes we don't do certain things because maybe it's like, like we just don't know who we are, you know, and there's no judgment because I've been there, done that. But, or sometimes we just don't know our value, you know, or like our self-esteem might be low, or our sense of worthiness may not be there, you know, or we just don't, maybe we could feel codependent on our family in a sense, you know what I mean? But once you realize, and this, I had this big realization, it's like, only thing I need in life is myself and God. Like, you know what I mean? And any and everybody else, it's just like, you know, the cherry on the top. It's extra, you know? Yeah. And Sherry, you said, I really thought I was crazy. Yeah. The narcissist can make you feel like you're crazy, you know? And sometimes we could feel like we are crazy for putting up with this, you know? But we're not necessarily crazy. It's just the narcissist has made us to be crazy, you know? They twist our words all the time. You know, they say things that are not true, accuse you of things that they're actually doing, you know, gaslighting you and making you feel like, if you know something is true, they'll try to convince you that that's not true. Like they'll try to say, like, if you say, yeah, the sky is blue, they're like, no, it's not blue. And you're like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just like stuff like that, you know? Delicate, you said that's exactly where I'm at. Just God and I. Yes, indeed, Delicate. Yes, I love that. So, but yes, I love this conversation, y'all. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you. Make sure y'all give this video a like so anybody that needs help can find this video. If you guys want to learn about how you can work with me one-on-one, I do offer support sessions, and not just about narcissistic abuse. If you just need a listening ear, you need someone to vent to, I'm here for you guys. I have many support sessions available on my website. If you guys want to work with me further for a longer period of time, I do have 90-day coaching program, and you're welcome, Delicate. Yes, I have a 90-day coaching program called Overcome Narcissistic Abuse or Turn Your Pain into Power. So please feel free to reach out to me if you guys want to learn about that. And I do also have do-it-yourself video and audio courses which educate you, and give you awareness and knowledge about dealing with narcissists, building better boundaries, healing emotionally after going through these experiences. So if you guys are interested in that, check that out. And as I stated before, just to kind of give you guys a hint, I am looking into getting my yoga teacher certification. And thank you for the thumbs up, Sherry. Yes, I'm going to be getting my yoga teacher certification. I'm planning on opening up a yoga studio. So if any of you guys are interested in yoga, I'll be based in, I'll tell you guys that at a later time, but it's not going to be here in Illinois, but I'll keep you guys posted. But I'll be doing that. So I'm really excited. And in the yoga studio, we'll be having workshops and trainings. I'm talking about narcissistic abuse and all that good stuff. And also we'll be looking into doing some retreats. So, for now, it probably will be in the States or it could be out of the country. We'll kind of see from there. But, with this retreat, it's going to be just, us talking about narcissistic abuse, but also we're going to get the physical workout. So the meditation and, the prayer and all that stuff. So kind of putting all of that together in one. So I'm really excited. That's just things that I'm working on. And then I am going to be coming out with some more courses and also some group coaching. So you guys could, just be on the lookout for that. And if you guys are not, make sure that you do subscribe to my email list so that way you can stay in the loop about what's going on and the new events and the things that I'm doing. You can stay up to date about that. So yeah, you guys don't want to miss out. And then I'm trying to see if there's anything else I'm missing before I go. I think that's it. So, but yeah, I love you guys so much. Give this video a like I said, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that way you don't miss out when I go live. But I love you guys so much. Have a great week and I will see you guys later. Thank y'all for tuning in.